We're here. We're going. We're talking.
We're alive. It's okay. Computer crashed right before the stream. Never, that never happens. But it might have been because I had too many things open at the same time. Yeah, probably quite a few. I should be careful with MegaMech. If you leave MegaMech or MegaMech Lab running, it keeps taking up memory because it's a application, and as a Java application, it has memory drain.
Hello?
So
hello.
It's Fuble.
Oh yeah,
hello.
I have had memory problems when running Star Sector.
I just hobbled to my computer. Sorry, it took me a little longer than normal.
That's largely fixed itself.
It's okay.
Especially when I just tell it, okay, fine, Star Sector, you can take more than your vanilla 2.5 gigabytes. How much memory do I have? Okay, fine. We'll take more. And then I downloaded a mod to turn off the warnings telling me that you shouldn't do this.
Yes, Raphaelia, you were first.
Battletech. Airbrain Scheme Battletech also has that problem.
Just never got fixed.
Of memory leaks. It never got fixed, and I don't think mods would be able to fix it. It's a problem in the core of the program.
I think that there's a couple mods that actually did address it, but they couldn't fix it. Like they increased the size of how the page file worked so that it would not kill your computer.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I got 48 gigabytes of RAM in my computer. Yes, it's a weird number, but I had 16 and I could only buy 2 brackets of 16, so it's an extra 32. So I have 48 gigs of RAM in this computer, which is nice when I'm doing video edition. So I'm perfectly fine with that.
I think I have an odd number too.
Thank you.
Like it might have been an 8 in the it's something weird.
An 8 and a 16, so you got like 24.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when we bought a computer with 8 megs of RAM.
What are you talking about? 2 megs.
My first computer was 4 megs of RAM. The first computer we owned was a 38640 with 2 megs of RAM. It was still the bomb here. We could run all sorts of things on that, but then we got a 486 something or other with 8 gigs or 8 megs. Yeah, not 8 gigs, 8 megs of RAM. It was insane.
See, I'm from the
X-Wing
generation
and TIE
of
Fighter were running like perfectly on that machine.
After boot disks or before boot disks?
With a boot disk, because it's DOS, and without a boot disk, it just isn't performing as it should.
Yeah,
I would like to point out that
we've got Point Man Frosty.
I would like to point out that none of those words or phrases exist in the King James Version of the Holy Bible.
That's why we need to revise the Bible.
No matter what, we are all part of the floppy disk generation. So I don't want to hear nothing.
Did you see that meme going around where dude's nephew or someone found a floppy disk and said, "Oh wow, Unc, you 3D printed a model of the save icon."
Kill me.
Nice. I've been watching a guy do reviews of PC-88 and PC-98 games, and I'm like, those are the big floppies, the 720 floppies, not even the small ones like the one like the save icon. No, those are the big ones that he stuck on
the
those
525s.
Yeah, but no, they were a special thing in the PC-88. I think it was 728 kilobit per, and like you had games with like 8 floppies. Like, that's crazy, yo.
I just remember there was 5 1/4 inch and 3.5.
Yeah, there were, and then zip drives. But that was when I was starting CJEP, which is basically community college.
Yeah,
the big thing was zip drives, because USB thumb drives weren't available yet. And when I got to university, it was the USB thumb drives. You could stick one of those PDFs on there. That's a big PDF. The one we got here is a big one. It's 120 something megs, and it's not that big of a book. So that means that the image resolution quality is pretty high on it.
Think about this. Zip drives were 100, 250, and 750.
But it is a
Megabytes.
bigger
And now
book
you can get
than but it
Mhm.
is a bigger book than Hinterlands. It actually has more
it is a-
content in it, apparently.
Yeah, overall it has more. It is like night and day compared to Hinterlands. This
going
is
through it. I'm happy with it.
it is a much better book. Not something I wouldn't use the systems in it outside of a few things, but the quest lines are really nice. Let's call it what they are. Let's stop calling them hotspots. They're quest lines. And there's a lot of it that is good. There's little bits that are bad.
The formatting makes sense versus I mean Hinterlands was my biggest issue with Hinterlands was the format.
Hinterlands was unreadable. This is like it literally works. So
from what I understand, because as usual, much like I did in high school and college, I failed to do my homework before the class got together. So I'm that guy in the group that you guys are having to carry for the grade, but I always have really good ideas. From what I understand, one of the big things that they revised with this one over Hinterlands is that in Hinterlands, it was all battlefield support. If you wanted to bring vehicles, infantry, elementals, etc., it was all battlefield support. And there was like 2 sentences that said, if you want to run tanks, bro, just run tanks. This book, though, apparently not only has support for Classic and Alpha in the various tracks, but it also says if you want to run battlefield support, here's how to do that. If you want to run vehicles and infantry, here's how to do that. So they actually differentiate
tanks,
between the
two. For tanks, yes, but not for the others.
I guess the biggest thing would be who was the layout person.
But it's going. Let's go through it. Some of it is battlefield support, some of it is not, and I never liked battlefield support, but I'm gonna say here we already started, so let's start.
The cover is a choice.
Let's start with the Ard True East. This is probably the best book they released in
3 years, 4 years.
3 years, 4 years easily. I mean, before the best book before that is Brushward's Guerrero, I would say.
That's not book. It's
kind of a book. It's sort of a book.
It's a partial that they're trying to get as much money out.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. No, I think Empire Alone is my favorite book after this one and the recent things. So
yeah,
it has a lot of solid things in it. The art is good, but it's not one of the things I would put as the top here, and that's just me maybe, but I'm not a huge fan of what it is, and we'll see why in a moment. There's a few things here. Ophelia saying 10 years.
It's just
Empire
strange
Alone.
to me
When
that
did
we're
Empire Alone come out
2022.
Okay.
It's just strange to me that. Well, I just want to say real quick. It's just strange to me that we're in the Ill Clan era, but we're still using wasps and stingers on our cover art like we're back in the Succession Wars or something.
That is weird. Yes. I'm not a super big fan of it personally. They should have put a Draconis Combine mech and a Fed Sun mech, like a Panther and a Javelin or something like that on the cover.
Or even better, where's the Rokurakubi versus the Gunsmith?
There you go. That would have been even better. You're 100% right.
This is a GW problem of they have to sell the things that they know will sell.
Yeah, why not just put on the cover the Hammerhead versus the Contio?
Well, because in this case, it wouldn't make sense. In this particular case, the Contio and the Hammerhead probably wouldn't have worked. That'll be in the next Hotspot book. Hotspot, Civil War Dominion.
We'll call it privateers or something. We're not technically pirates.
Are the units on the front, at the very least, something FedCom in the Draconis Reach?
I mean, it's a Wasp and a Stinger. I mean,
I think he's talking about the paint scheme.
It's a mercenary unit.
Well, it's a mercenary book more than anything, so go figure.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Okay, the lasers are on the right arm. Yes, that could have been an issue. But then again, with wasps and stinger, I'm perfectly okay with someone swapping where the laser is, because I am sure there's plenty of left-handed wasps and plenty of left-handed stingers in the inner sphere, because those things have been around for 600 years in one way or another, and it was one of the 3 most produced mech in the inner sphere. So I am sure there are more than just variants of them. Nice Hatchet Man here, and it's nice that we see the Rotary AC5 here, so it's one of the modern Hatchet Man. So we know that they're trying a few things.
It's literally the jumping model that they came up for Hansen's Rough Riders, I believe, which goes
that would make sense, because every single bit of mech drawing in this is basically a colored 3D asset from our good friend Scroggins, because he is the art director on it. So they don't do anything fancy in there.
Who did layout?
Layout? Do they say?
Good art in it, though.
It's not awful. It's perfectly functional.
David Kerber, cover design and layout.
Congratulations. You are probably the best guy for the job. So please keep going.
They
thank everybody and their brothers here. And if you look at some of the names, some of the names come up. But, that's fine. Thank you to everyone that shared excitement of the Interland and constructive criticism. Maybe someone watched our video on it, because a few of the things that we said in that review of that book, it got fixed. So,
Yeah. I mean, our biggest problem was the layout.
Printed in China, that needs to be fixed by not just CGL, by all companies, especially with the kerfuffle in Iran right now. Probably would want to get your stuff printed in America so you can easily ship it to Japan, to Europe, and everywhere else without any issues. Let's go with that. So this is a...
Why would you want to do that?
I know it's more expensive, but it's easier for shipping, so that's better. At least they don't put their X branding on there. They have the email for their main email. They've bg.battletech.com, Catalyst Lab, and Store Catalyst Lab. So they've got...
Oh, they finally... Oh, you remember we were criticizing them for that because they don't respond. They abandoned Twitter like ages ago.
We have a Hellspawn.
Oh my god.
We have a Hellspawn
with the little flag on it?
Yes, it's a Kurita Hellspawn with a little flag on it. This is actually a pretty cool thing. The Hellspawn's not a good mech, but it is really cool. And with the little flag on it saying it's Kurita, it's really nice for that.
I mean, it was okay, and
it's quite average as a mech. It suffers from being in a weird category.
It's another game mech that makes good sense in a video game, but doesn't make sense on the tabletop.
In a way, yeah, you're quite right. Hello, Mr. Horizon Conflict to Horizon. Welcome in. Yes, it's a Merc from the story by Bri in the opening that is cringe. Yes. I know why now these are bad, because I did listen. I am going through a bunch of writing videos and how to properly write characters, do all sorts of things here. And we went through a video here. Is it the one I shared? Yeah, I think it's the one I shared on the Discord here about why fan fiction has destroyed writing.
Shippers destroyed writing.
It's part of it because shipping is essential to fan fiction, but all of it is because it's self-gratification.
The Glee fan wars on Tumblr of 2000.
Oh, it started before
ruined
that,
everything.
The Glee fan wars were Oh, they killed a lot of people.
That will go down in history. It will be studied in colleges in the future.
Hopefully.
God.
So the reason why a lot of that writing is bad is because it's self-gratification and not actual writing. You know, I keep saying that people like Brian, it's basically masturbatory when they write.
Wait.
That's
I
basically
think
what it
I've been explaining on the Discord what's going on with his books. Is that his latest ones are actually his therapy.
Yeah, and that's still self-gratification. It falls in the same thing here. Every Drac mech needs a flag with the Drac color scheme. It gets difficult to do, but you can do it. Especially if you have a 3D printer, you can probably print those and then stick them on various mech in various places. And they'll still look better than anything they've done for Gothic. So it's fine. So we will skip the story because it is extensively cringe and very Brian. Let's go with that. It is very Brian. How to use this book, the standard stuff here. They tell you what to read and what to look. Damocles Sanction, I'm not as sure. In the Shadow of the Dragon is a good book. Hour of the Wolf is just a setting start book. Redemption Rift's a good book. The Dominions Divided, if you just read the Fed Sons portion, is not terrible.
Ooh.
The Dominions portion is quite bad here.
It destroyed factions.
Toothpicks and paper flags. It's not super robust if you do that, but I guess you can. But at least, I mean, it's a paper flag. It's easy to replace, and you can just print it. That's a good idea. So one of the good things here, they give like the different planets and different things. Okay, I'm trying to get some Maelstrom going, and they are not printing correctly.
Sorry to hear that.
I've got 2 that came out right. It's because the nose is too heavy, so the supports don't like it. I'll have to arrange things. It's not like the Maelstrom is a super common mech. This art here is not by Scroggins. This is more than likely what's his face. The guy is doing their comic, and Eldonius. That's an Eldonius piece, not a Scroggins piece.
That looks really good.
You can tell it's Eldonius because it looks good.
It's Eldonius because you have characters and you have actual action rather than just a few things.
It blends the lines of between, is it digital art or did he actually paint it? But it's obviously digital art.
Raphaelia saying Canon Maelstrom. Yeah, you're probably right. But the Maelstrom is apparently not the worst Marauder replacement. Someone did vote for it on my poll. Surprisingly.
What ended up winning that poll? I forgot.
The Marauder. What is the best Marauder? The Marauder. I mean, the Falconer is really good. The Falconer is really good, though.
When you need a Marauder replacement?
Yeah, I mean, the scale of Marauder is Marauder, Falconer, Dragonfire, Maelstrom.
Marauders.
And then anything else that they try to invent to replace the Marauder, that's never going to work. So
Marauder Battle.
When you need a Marauder that sucks, except no substitutes, take a Marauder.
There are also bad Marauders, so that's fine as well.
Exactly.
Maelstroms aren't anti-clan mechs, they're anti-WoB mechs, because all the good ones have ECMs and tags. That's what you want that for.
True. It has a different background to it, I guess. A different way. I might have to. I'll think of what I do. It's because I'm messing with the Falconers and Maelstrom and Dragonfires right now. So yeah, I'm playing with it. Okay, another thing I want to say. This is a video game. Yes, it's a tabletop game. Okay. But the way it's formatted, the way it's set up, and the way everything is done, this is a video game. This is, they wanted to get the Airbrain Scheme stuff and do their own game, but they can't get the rights to the Airbrain Scheme video game, or they can't afford to buy the rights off or buy a license from Paradox. So they do the second best thing and try to do this. Is it a bad thing? You guys tell me, because I've got many ideas.
I mean, as long as it's executed well enough, and there's nothing crazy and wild going on. I mean, what is a video game if not an extension of a tabletop game? So, I mean, maybe the tabletop game could have some of those elements in it.
Yeah.
If it gives us a clear way to progress between missions rather than stand them up, rock them, sock them, and gives us a reason to do something other than, okay, I line up my guys here on the short edge, you line up your guys there on the short edge, let's take it to Pound Town.
Creates actual missions so you don't have to either do that rolling for what you do for like tracks from a Chaos campaign, try to adapt that. It gives you flavor.
Which I think is a good idea. Really, and there's a lot of good there. What I think should be done, and that's a me being very nice and giving business trips here to our friends at CGL, make an app for Interlands, Chaos March, whatever you want to call it.
Oof.
Look, that is something that they should invest in. Make an app that does all the math that's in this book automatically for the player. Each player shows up, they enter their code, or they do their thing, they put in their unit, and it does all the math for you. With that, you would make this book a lot more usable.
Okay, I'm going to say something here, and this is with CGL's hiring practices. They would have to find somebody competent and understand what they're doing.
Well, that's why you hire an external company for that kind of stuff.
They did, remember? And they could post on Instagram.
But why would we hire people based on merit?
Look, I can give them information as to who to hire to do that. Even like Lauren, I know we're not on a first name basis, but I'm still calling you Lauren. Call me or email me, and I'll put a good word to you towards a few people that I know that could be able to do that for you at a reasonable price. I'm not saying cheap. I'm saying reasonable. Because if you go cheap, what happens?
You have somebody who can't post on social media, doesn't understand basically all the terminology for how a post is tracked, and they waste 4 years. And a lot of money.
A recent interview with Randall Bills, they're 100% focused on Ill Clan now, which it might not be a bad thing, but it's not what's being reflected in some of the books they're putting out. It is so confusing. They really need to get their stuff together. Okay.
I can understand Tops wanting them to focus on the current era and push products, because ultimately you are a company. We do need to make a profit. Money. So we need to be pushing the new era stuff. We need to be pushing. You guys say you have all these rules for all this late era technology. You need to be putting that to the forefront. We're tired of doing all the old stuff. And so I get
because
it.
Because the old stuff, a lot of people already have minis.
A lot of people already have the old guys who are still playing with battle droid standees and whatnot. They're not going out to buy all the new stuff. They're locked in. There's no way you're going to appeal to these guys. Battletech ended in 1985, and that's where it's at. 30-25 or bust.
30-15.
Well, wait. If you actually produced a 30-25 product, it would sell the most.
Yes, we saw that with their technical readout 30-25 50th anniversary edition or whatever. So, yeah.
All
right.
So basically, the whole idea is you would find the products that you need to make that would make the most money and appeal to the most members of your fan base, and not the people that are in your little bubble.
The thing is, you do both. You do the thing that's going to sell a lot, and then you also do the new stuff, and you even mix and match it to actually do it. I mean, we could do a whole business. Let's go back to the book here. They literally say you can do PvP or against Game Master. So the game is either PvP or PvE. That's basically what they're explaining here. At least they're not hiding anything like that. They're saying you can run leagues, etc. They've got basically all those rules here. You can also mix in role-playing elements, Time of War or Destiny. Will there ever be a support for either of those things?
Huge if there is support in this book for Destiny.
No, there isn't.
There isn't.
No, of course not. Of course not. What are you thinking?
Don't get it up like that, man.
I know that nobody reads them, but I never look into see what support is given, what version of everything is in the Shrapnel issue.
I mean, the only thing I'm interested in Shrapnel is the new mechs, so I can't tell you.
But they do have story or some.
They do put role-playing game tracks and like contracts and stuff like that in there,
which
Destiny
will be probably
Time of War
usable
support.
with
But
well, so.
But the kicker is we're having to go to a fan content officially produced magazine in order to get that.
Yeah.
It starts right with the rules afterwards.
Good.
We're not wasting time with all sorts of fluff or anything. It's literally like ears out of play. You've got the flowchart ear. You are not going to see a whole lot of those sidebars. You know how we always complained that there were so many sidebars all the time? There's very few of those in this book, and the ones that there are usually are really related to what's going on. So they make sense. Revolutionary, I know. Yeah, we're going to try to get to that pilot tracker. It's actually, I think it's from Aces, the pilot tracker that's at the end of this book. So there is a lot of good thing, including support for Aces, which is crazy. I know. So you've got the campaign flowchart right there. I'll repeat it here. This is way too complex for beer and pretzel people. I mean, if you're unemployed and you spend all your days filling those things out, sure, maybe. But for someone who is working full-time and asked to play Battletech on the weekend, having to go through negotiate contract, transportation costs, check contract scale limits, maintenance costs, base pay, determine tracks, like this is a little bit too complex for your average beer and pretzel people.
The hyper-autism of the Battletech fan base is going to result in you're going to have that guy who makes the Excel spreadsheet to track everything for his group. Another thing, though, is that to be terminally unemployed and be able to learn all these rules and be able to track all of this would require you to also have a game group. And a lot of people who are terminally online, terminally unemployed, have this weird thing where they don't actually have a game group.
That is a big problem, and it's a problem you see in a lot of things.
Deal with people in person.
Make excuses for why they can't go out and find or form a game group. So, I mean, that is a problem.
Looks like the maelstrom that I have here busted my pincers. Good Lord. I'm gonna eat the maelstrom as much as I ate the rebellious at this point. But overall here, like I said, make an app that does all the math for this automatic. Damn, this is far more playable, and it's just gonna be fun.
Oh, dumb question. Can they actually do they actually have the rights to make an app?
Okay, that I don't know. I'd have to. I honestly don't know. I don't know what
you could just ask them nicely, and I'm sure Tom will arrange that. Hey, can we do this to make more money? Yes.
No. Think about it. The guy who owned or did Heavy Metal Pro might actually still have the freaking rights
to no, not to all apps, because they made a thing like Mega Mech Lab or whatever, and it didn't work, or it works, it barely works. So I mean, you don't even have to be the company to do it. If someone is nice out there and makes the app, it'll be doable. Because Sixth World said this about Interlands when he had a local group playing Interlands. They played for like 2 weeks and they stopped because of the bookkeeping. The bookkeeping was way too much for them.
But I thought that's why we like to play Battletech campaigns. I thought we liked the bookkeeping.
The problem is there's too much bookkeeping. It's it's in between. Like it is good enough for what it is, and it's too much. We had the same problem when we were doing an Heavy Gears Arena campaign in my local store. As soon as you have too much bookkeeping, like everybody
becomes work.
It becomes work. Yeah. And I mean, you're already working 40 hours a week. You're showing and you're painting your minis and doing all that stuff. If you have to add to it, like make sure you count your SPs and your BVs and your CVs and your things get out of hands for these people.
And see, something is that I thought that like hinterlands in this book were meant to be like, hey, there is campaign operations, but that's really, really complex. This is the simpler, easier version of playing a campaign and tracking, unit progress, loss, gain, etc., etc. I thought this was the easy mode.
That's easy mode, but it's still more complex than it should be to be really easy mode. It would be easy mode with an app.
Or a spreadsheet.
If you have spreadsheets. If you have automation for it, I think it'd be fine. Without automation, I don't think it'll be functional. But that's my thought as a guy in the IT business.
What if this is what AI is really meant for? We're meant to use ChatGPT and Claude to track our. Hey, Claude, read campaign operations. Read these books. Okay, good. Track my campaign for me.
That would be wonderful. I'd do that.
Hell yeah!
But if you look, comes and says no.
But if you look here, there's a few nice things here right away. It tells you like Pascagoula and LeBlanc are recommended for hotspot new players. If you're starting out, do those. Mallory World is meant to be at the end of the campaign. Don't start on Mallory World. They're pretty smart with that here. They give you more info. And then you have the Becoming a Mercenary section where they tell you what you need to do. 3,000 BV on 1 or 2 mechs or tanks or whatever you want there. They do have the some rules on there as well, like how much you can get for your support units or your support cards. But the base thing is you have 3,000 BV to spend on something. You must have 1 mech. You can have 2. You cannot go over 3,000 BV. And then they give you a basic idea of what you can get. And it's mostly stuff you can get in common boxes, I would say.
Which product?
Fair enough. Product placement. Product placement. Product placement, product support. It's semi-synergetic.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
If you look here, Draconis Combine list, I mean, it is, once again, very video gamey. They would expect people to pick stuff from those lists and not from, anywhere else. But they do say that you can later on. So you do have those options. They do say that you can use the MUL, even though MUL 2.0 is supposed to release. That doesn't matter. Like if we were to, build this as a good old video game from our good friend HBS, well, this would be the mechs that would be included in the original starter package, basically. So it's nice. It's like Combine list is very Combine-y, except for the Jenner 2C and the Griffin 2C, meaning that they stole the whole bunch. And if you look, you've got some nice options for mix and match in the Kurita list. I mean, you can run like a pair of avatars. That'd be probably pretty good.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good, just straight up. Or you can go like with a Shiro and a Venom or something like that. So you've got like options.
But hey, if you take an Omni-Mech, that means you make your own configuration for it, don't you?
You're supposed to start with what you have, and then you can change it in between tracks, which is fantastic. That's Omni-Mechs are really good. Omni-Mechs are really good in a thing like that.
I blew that Claner's arm off. I'm taking his large pulse laser.
No, salvage is still ruled like Interlands. You have to salvage the whole mech, not bits.
Ooh.
Which is not appreciated, but it is what it is.
Ooh.
Why don't the Venom have DHS? Well, you have to remember the Draconis Combine didn't understand how double heat sinks work until around 3056 or so. So
wait a minute,
there's that.
Are these BV values accurate?
I haven't checked.
That 6D is way too cheap on that Hatchet Man.
Hatchet Man 6D. Let me check here. I don't have Sarno open because my computer's dead. Hatchet Man. It has a hatchet in its hand, so it's an Hatchet Man. 6D. Oh yeah, the 6D's 11. 6D's 11. 1611. Yeah,
Are these reduced battle value prices based on availability for a starter? Is that what they're doing here?
I don't think so, because the Falconer's freakishly expensive nonetheless. Falconer 8R is at the right price. Yeah. Look,
Raphelia's going off. She's laughing.
I understand why she is laughing. An Enforcer 5R. That's the most recent. 1192. That's good. I think that Hatchet Man here is very inaccurate. I have a feeling it's not supposed to be Hatchet Man that's written there. I have a feeling that should be Gunsmith.
Don't know.
I have a feeling it's supposed to be the Gunsmith. No, Gunsmith is very expensive. Sorry, it's not a Gunsmith.
Could be the wrong variant of the Hatchet Man.
No. There's no Hatchet Man under 854, which is the cheapest Hatchet Man.
Oof.
Which is the basic bare bones.
They have gotten a Scarabus mixed up with a Hatchet Man.
Maybe. Did they mess? Scarabus is 846, so no, it is not a Scarabus. Like, I'd like to have a battle value checker here.
Put in
the Venom's overpriced. No, 8KE. Okay, no, it's the right price on the Venom. Like, I have
it's a Locust 7V. That's what it is.
A Locust 7V. Locust 7V. That's the only one of the mechs at that price range, or probably the only one. It's not like there's many. 7V.
The only one that's 585 battle value.
2 mag shots, a medium X pulse. That sounds very Fed Sunny. Yes.
So yeah, that's what we can harass them about, is fixing that.
There we go.
Wow.
We had to find something.
Okay, that didn't take long.
Come on, that's because that makes no sense. You're 100% right, but
instead of worrying about that, should be the Locust. Yeah,
I know my Hatchet mechs.
You've been messing with Hatchet mechs all week. It's a flub up. Yes, they messed it up. I mean, if it's the only mess up in the list, it's not terrible.
I'm half tempted to go through the whole thing now. Just
5DD. Here you see Action Man 5DD 1112. This one kind of makes sense. Geez, you can make a lance with 2 crab 27 Bs. That's actually solid.
Yep, yeah. There's my list.
No, there's good things you can mess around with. I mean, you've got plenty of points. You could probably do Excalibur. No, the Excalibur and crab is a bit too expensive. Like a griffin and a crab, not really that worth it then. Oh, an Ostrock and a crab. That could be interesting.
Griffin and an Ostrock.
It's my favorite variant of the Ostrock, the one that jumps 5 and fires 2 Subnose PPCs.
Yeah, you can't play a lance from the start. You're right. You have to choose 2 mechs, which is not much, but it's so the game's balanced for everyone. This is probably one of the worst pieces of art on the whole thing, but that's because the render they have for the Inner Sphere standard battle armor is terrible to begin with. I understand why the battle armors look terrible on the when they made the kits for them, because their render is horrible for it. There you
go. A Lament and an Oscout.
Lament's good, so that's fine. You can do Malice and something else, and people can just look at you and be like, "Why do you have a Malice?" And you're like, "I thought it was cool." Okay. I mean, you can bring a Demolisher for 1,585 battle value and a mech.
I mean, if you're not bringing the avatars or their Omni mechs, then those Mag Clamp IS battle armor would be the only other option you have to mechanize them.
That's the only Omni mech in the base lists here for the 3 main factions that they're promoting: former Draconis, former Combine, former Fed Sons, former Republic. Oh, you have Mercs, pure Mercs. There's no pure Mercs. There's no Omni mech on there. Quick Draw, 2 Chameleons, 2 Caesars, Star Slayer, 2 Fleas. It's mostly, I think it's the stuff from the Mercenaries box, right? Everything that's there.
I think I think everything in there is in the Mercenary box. That is the Mercenary box,
which is
1 flea, not 2 fleas.
I know, but they have 2 of most of the mechs on the list there. So it's basically your mercenary. If you've got the Mercenary box, run this. This is who you're meant to be, basically.
Too bad you can't buy the Mercenary box probably anymore.
Well, there's probably still places that haven't. I'm not terribly worried about that.
Yet.
Then you've got the starting a named pilot chart. Like if you have a named pilot, you can spend XP on it, basically. Probably put piloting 4 on it before I do anything else, because falling on your butt is unpleasant. So, not a terrible idea, and you can buy it from the start. So, that's also better than what we add in Interlands, because now I actually understand when you create pilots and stuff, what is supposed to happen. They have a nice big sidebar here on what changed from Interlands, basically a quick notes on what it is. Well, they don't really need to do the full errata, because the full errata is the book itself. This is like things have changed and they're actually, playable now. Receive 32 battlefield support point to use each game. So if you're not paying for your tanks in battlefield support points, you can still buy things like airplanes, strikes, artillery, infantry, all that other stuff will be included in there. So, I mean, you can, for battle armor and tanks, you can pay battle value, so you bring them with standard Battletech rules. Hi, Steam. Finally decided to open. But for everything else, it'll be battlefield support points, which is for a game like this. If you're playing it as you play it as a game, right? You don't play it as a profound and advanced thing here. it's okay, because I mean, you're not gonna be like, okay, those are my planes, those are my artillery units, they're off board, this like that. No, you just have your 32 battlefield support points that you play and you use for the game. And if you're playing it as a game, works perfectly fine. Very close to aces in a way for that as well. Raphelia saying that she's sorry that she has caused the CGL to close their Kickstarter channel. I'm not sure you're actually sorry. Each company starts with 3,000 support point, which is your money. So you have 3,000 support point and a reputation of 1. It's basically like when you start a game of Munchkin, you're a human with no class. Ba-dum. So very basic kind of thing.
I'm a human with no class. What are you talking about?
Exactly. We're all humans with no class.
We play Battletech.
Unit
What
limits
is
per
class?
scale. There's scale. The scale basically tells you how many mechs you're going to be allowed to bring per mission, things like that. Veteran commands, if you start with more than one level. If you want to start higher than scale 1, well, there you go. And then there's the rules for making a regular military command rather than a merc.
Yes!
Which is
this is what I wanted.
Different. You're not going to be negotiating a whole lot because, you know, you're a military unit, but they do give the people who have military units, like, you're going to be able to do a little bit of negotiation, a little bit of things, just so you can play the game like everybody else, basically.
What is there to negotiate? Sergeant Major says we have to take that hill. We're going to take the hill.
Well, yes, I understand that, but it's just because we have to remember this is to be played as a game. It's not to be played as a simulation of Battletech or a deep Battletech simulation. It's a game.
What?
I want you to think about this in Marine terms. What we negotiate is how much we're going to steal along the way.
How much monster are you guys allowed to bring for this mission? Is it the regular 4-pack, the full 16-pack that they sell at Costco, or that 365-pack for a whole year that you know it's gonna be gone in a week?
Hey, let's sideways real quick. Where exactly? Because I know you found it on Twitter, but where exactly are they selling that at?
They don't sell that. That's a Photoshop.
That was an AI slop.
I
got boomer fooled.
Good, but I mean.
Fuck.
If anywhere, it'd be sold at Costco.
I got my eyes peeled, man. I'm going to Costco this weekend. I've got my eyes peeled so hard. Order that thing, put it in my truck, not have to buy coffees for the next 3 months.
Hopefully more than 3 months. You shouldn't be drinking more than 2 months. A day. Honestly, the rules in Interlands should have been in the Mercs box. This book should have been Interlands, and Reed should have focused on house and clan units. Yes. Waiting 2 years is a joke. Up till now, there's nothing I disagree with in that statement.
No.
Real quick, unironically, if I got the 365 monster case, you know those videos you see? Well, you guys probably don't, but I see these videos of guys who have to go out and like reclaim trucks after the drivers abandoned it and stuff. And you'll find them like just nothing but cans all over the floorboard. I would unironically make that me if I got that box.
Please don't.
I'd do it in a heartbeat. It would smell good too. It would smell like Monster. It would smell so good.
No, that's the thing. You wouldn't have a heartbeat anymore.
Yeah. Who needs that? Who needs one of those?
Draconis Combine in the ounce units, they tell you which of the hotspots you're allowed to play. Because, you know, there's some missions that you shouldn't be able to play because you're a house unit. Kind of makes sense. Things that have like nothing to do with the Combine, you shouldn't be doing them. But the list here is a little bit different. They add the cricket that I don't remember as a mech.
It is TRO 3145, I believe. It's a House Kurita goes.
It's in Red Guide.
It might be. House Kurita goes, hey, spiders and venoms are cool. What if we did that, but with light PPCs? I believe is what cricket is.
All right. It's an idea, but I don't think there's a mini for it, which is a little bit weird. Okay, I remember
they have a pseudo modern art, and honestly, it looks like a Oss Scout that's actually tried to work out because it's got arms and legs.
It's an Oss Scout on steroid.
Yeah, 2 these targeting computer, mask 6, jump jet, Seiko 711.
Oh no,
it
sorry.
Also has an XX
Volume
engine.
6.
Oh, it also costs an arm and a leg. Okay. But in this list, we still got the Avatar, but we've got the Blackhawk KU, a great mech. We got the Shadow Cat 3 because you stole them from the Nova Cats. That's normal. Look, that's stuff from the Combine all the way over there. I don't like salvage these things. They don't show up at my store. Jeez. Outside of that, I mean, and Gunslinger. But I mean, Gunslinger is like your entire list. It's 2,844 points. So you start with Gunslinger.
Gunslinger plus some mag battle armor, you're set.
It wouldn't be bad, honestly. Marauder 2 is also pretty expensive, but there's that. Then you've got your tank list, you've got your battle armor list, Inner Sphere Standard. Those would be Raiden, technically, and not Inner Sphere Standard, more than likely with the Combine, but they're basically the same thing in terms of rules. So, no big thing there. You've got some special command abilities for the 4 of the regiments, 11 Ghost, 7 Sword of Light, 6 Benjamin, 1st D'Aaron. So with their what mech you should have or what unit you should have, including the SM-1 tank destroyer, because that's hilarious.
Because they got it from the Nova Cats.
I'm not sure you can do a tank destroyer and a Griffin 2C4, but that would be also funny. Like they bring up some of the weird mechs. The Sphinx is on there for the 6 Benjamin.
Oh, hell yeah. Which Sphinx?
The Sphinx.
Because there's some other variants of it that you could have taken.
Well, no, it's the basic one.
You should run 2 Sphinx 3s. You will definitely not regret running 2 Sphinx 3s.
And the list says Sphinx, not Sphinx 3. Ninja Toe, Daikyu. So it's fun. They do put some of the weird mechs in the 6 Benjamin.
That they don't even have plastic miniatures for as well. There's no Daikyu or Ninja Toe.
Wolf Trap 2 shows up in a few different places. Wolf Trap WFT2. It's the not entirely terrible one, just a bad one. It's cheap, 1,227 BV. You're going to be able to stick a bigger mech next to it. It's going to be okay support because I think this one's got a Gauss instead of a LB10. So, I mean, it's still a Gauss mode.
Is it a Gauss or a silver bullet?
This one's the WFT2 is the regular Gauss. The silver bullet was the experimental one, if I remember right.
I had to ask because
WFT2 is the plasma rifle one. It's the plasma rifle one.
Ooh.
Plasma rifle, MML9, and ER medium lasers, and double heat sinks. And machine guns. Jeez, it's like this thing is actually okay as a mech.
It's trying.
I really wish they would have done the KU in plastic. I mean, it's not that hard. You upscale the regular Nova by 5%, and you take off the hands, and that's a Blackhawk KU. So I mean,
hey, consider how the Gothic mechs are noticeably larger than the mainline mechs. Just wait until they do the anime version. They put the upscaled Blackhawk in that box. Just buy that and use that as the Blackhawk KU.
If that ever comes out. that might be a reason why they're saying like all the time now that we're focusing on Hill Clan, because they might have been told by Tops like, no, don't do that anymore.
Hell, last time I went on Amazon.
Oh my God, they did again. They did it again. The Hatchet Man. It's supposed to be a Locust again.
It's the Locust Tit Man. I mean, I'll take 2 Hatchet Man 6Ds at 585. I will take that, no problem. Yes, and I'll take a tank as backup.
I'll take those
prices for an Hatchet Man, sir.
Discount Dan Hatchet Man.
Discount Dan's Ash.
I will take a full lance of those.
And at no point did someone go, hang on, that doesn't sound right.
That's going to be fairly quick. I mean, we've noticed it. Probably other people noticed it. I hope. The Watchman's on the list. The Watchman.
Yeah.
Gunsmith, Argus, Thanatos, Victor, Falconer, Mad 11. Atlas 3, because you want to be fat and angry. Sagittaire, because you want to kill people.
You want to be
and the
fat
Devastator,
and angry
which
and
you
have
can,
a have
and
a
the
paper
Devastator
next to
11,
you.
which you cannot take on a standard mech because it's 3,170 BV.
So why is it there?
For when you get bigger.
When you get bigger, I mean, if you start as a veteran unit with 9,000 BV instead of 3,000, it's doable. I like that there's a cataphract there. You can clearly see it's a cataphract. Is there a cataphract in the list?
That is a cataphract.
It is not a Caesar. I noticed Caesar and the cataphract are kind of a bit alike because they're based on the same thing, but this is a cataphract. Oh well.
Cataphracts aren't on the next page either. Lol.
Yeah. Turd Fed Sons Armored Cavalry, Davian Light Guard, First Crucis, First Robinson. Nothing. Oh yeah, there's the Templar. The Templar 3 on the First Crucis Lancer list.
Hell yeah.
That's a fun one. The Valkyrie C, which makes absolutely no sense for the FedCom to have because it's built by the Wolf Empire at the other end of space. Doesn't matter. It's a game. It's a game. It's not realistic.
They got clan LRMs from the Sea Foxes and brought it up to Charlie standard. Yeah.
No, it's faster. I think the Valkyrie C is 812.8 with an ER medium and an LRM 10. It's like if it was a Valkyrie, but good.
Well, what they do get is a number of Valkyries that are even faster.
Which it's 588.
588? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
No. Put a partial wing on there. Then you've got the Ravens who have 2 missions that they can do. But Ravens are there with many, many nasty things on the list. Okay,
Ravens
the Wasp
are there
3
to get bodied by Black Marauder. Again.
No, they're there to scare people. Because the Wasp 3A is not that scary. Locust C is not that scary. Stinger 2C we talked about. It's not that bad. Baboon's not that great. Cadaver's not that great. Clint 2C's there. The Bombardier 12D, not that great. The Dark Crow's cool. It doesn't have a mini, but it's cool. The Merlin C, the Shadowhawk 2.7. A Vapor Eagle, because Goshawks are cool, but it's the 6. It's not the base one, so it's not that great. Goshawk 2, Warhammer 2C 13, because you want to be expensive. Omen, which is nice. And here's the thing you do when you start that game, okay? You take the Charger C and you make your pilot 4/4. So you can kill everything on the field all the time, and nobody can stop you. Ever.
Sprinting towards you and hitting you with 4 improved heavy medium lasers.
The Warhammer
with a targeting improved heavy medium lasers with a targeting computer.
The Warhammer
and then you kick.
13 is the one with the ERPPCs, medium pulses, and LRM 15s, and the SRM 6 because they thought, let's just cram
everything in.
Well, at least it's not the 12.
Look, the Charger C is still a better choice in that list.
White Raven.
White Raven's decent, but no, it's Charger C, man. Charger C is just going to end the game for anybody that shows up. It just dies. And you've got the 6th Raven regulars with Stinger 2Cs, Merlin Cs, Hippogriffs, and Gorgons.
Oh, they're actually supporting Protomechs in this.
The thing is, they say 2 mechs. They
didn't say how many Protomechs I can bring.
Oh, cool. A whole point of Gorgons for the low, low price of a Locust 2C. Yes, please. Thank you.
This is really mean. If you do that to your poor other players in the league, they're not going to like you.
This Raven list exists for the game master to be like, okay, you guys are getting too powerful and too big for your britches. It's time to smack y'all peepees.
Oh wait, hold on. The Gorgon 3 is the dual SRM4 variant. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not like the standard one. It's like I have 500 of these. Whoa, LRMs upon ye.
I cast LRMs.
At least the BD on the Protomex is correct. Lol.
That is good. Then there's the rules on how to play the Chaos campaign, which is how they run their thing. Reputation is not as bad as it used to be. You don't lose reputation as easily as before, from what they said in their thing, which is good because people were losing reputation really quickly. Because you failed a mission, you were losing reputation, and that made it like impossible to do anything else. Then there's the whole negotiation of contract bit, which is way better explained than in Interlands. But once again, it's a little bit too complex for what you need it to be, basically. Yeah, true. The number of mechs per scales is weird. You never really have a lance or a company or anything. But Raphael, you have to remember, this is a game. It's not a reflection of Battletech. This is a game. So this is kind of a game that the players in Battletech would play, I guess. Something like that.
Oh, hold on. Scroll back up. I'm noticing a thing at that Ravens Alliance bit. That little addendum under the Protomex.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically half the upkeep of a normal mech and everything, which is okay. But if you're actually having to do that, dear Lord, that army's about to get way larger and way cheaper to run.
Well, you have to find the minis.
That's why the clan started building these in mass.
Between your 3D printer guys and Etsy, and then of course don't forget. I mean, Ironwind Metals does make a Dark Crow. They do make the War Crow. They do make all. You do have the option to get them from Ironwind Metals.
Well, for the Protomax, you just need a lot of them, which is the problem.
It is a good thing that I have a set of 3D printed 15mm Space Marines, and I'll just be like, okay, these guys are Protomex now.
There you go.
Deal with it.
Might look about the same.
Close enough. Or they're called the Astartes Protomech. That's the new model. Then there's the Primaris.
I mean, they're holding
bigger.
bolters. They're holding bolters. Well, actually, my guys are based off of a heresy pattern. They're based off a heresy pattern, and they're holding bolters in their hands. They look like a rock.
Exactly. Yeah, rock.
So.
Transportation terms, they do mess with that here. You have to pay for your transportation, but generally you're going to get most of it covered if you look at most of the tracks, so it's not super big of a problem. There's a nice trebuchet here.
Trebuchet is so sick. Do the house units, like if you're playing as a Curitan or a Davion or even a Raven Force, is your transportation covered because you are part of their military? So waive the transportation fee?
Yes, it is. Basically, the problem you have is that generally you're going to be, integrated command, free transport, and usually free repairs. So at least there's that, but you don't get much of anything else. So then there's all the rules on what to do between the tracks, how to pay for all of your repairs, which is, it just spend points and hope you don't go all the way to crashed.
It's math.
It's a lot of math that should be integrated in an app once again. So it's not that bad. Those rules are way easier to read than anything they've done before. So it's a lot more processable for you here. So this bit here is quite a good thing overall. Then there's the salvage bit. Like I said, you salvage the mech. You don't salvage parts. I'm not a huge fan of that, but that's what it is, basically. Other Chaos campaign product. How to mix it with Interlands, but if you go to Interlands, that's a 6-month travel. So I'm not quite sure, if that is that good.
These books take place at the same time.
Because the campaign itself is really like early 3051 to late 3052. if I remember right. April 3051 to technically November 3152 if you do the Mallory's World campaign, basically.
I think it's everything before Clan's Eyes.
Yeah. So good enough. They do have the little lines between the planets again. Because that's how you calculate how much jumps you make, because I guess that's the regular route the people take. I don't know. Argyle is saying the Hatchet Man, for the Hatchet Man, it's the price without the hatchet. Which is also not very good.
A Hatchet Man or an X-Man without a hatchet? Behold, the man.
Then we have the lore bit, which is as good and bad. First thing that's bad, of course, the actual Sandoval that's relevant and important and cool and awesome is Baroness Colleen Sandoval. It can't be, Eric Sandoval Grohl. It has to be Colleen Sandoval because CGL.
Girls get it done.
Girl boss.
Yeah. Because
girls get it done.
The man is a sexist mech. You are right. There should be a woman as well. And everything's opposite on it. So you can have a man and a woman next to one another and you can identify which one is which. Because there's a difference between a man and a woman. What is a woman? It's a hatchet man with the hatchet on the other hand. There you go. Never mind. But the explanation here, the top of the line explanation here, Chaos into Draconis Reach, is actually good. Actually, very good. Oh, there's a thing we missed on the earlier things. I'm going to have to go back all the way up, all the way up, all the way up.
We missed a thing.
We missed an important thing. A Federated Sun player may choose one of the following parent commands. For more background information on the parent commands, see Force Manual Davion Clan Supplemental.
Ooh, ouch.
Ouch. Okay.
Where's that book?
By all means, I'll go see it. Where's the PDF?
Why isn't it in the original book?
Because the old book was a reprint. They don't want to admit it.
Mech Type 1 and Mech Type 2. Yes. But yeah, they look, those things should be in the darn books. I mean, it should have been in those two books. It should have been covering all the eras.
3 books.
Anyways. Yeah, 3 books now.
3 books.
But it is a very good explanation of the history of the Draconis Reach at the start. And then a good explanation of what's going on in the Combine, what's going on in the Fed Suns, what's going on with the Raven Alliance, what's going on with Clan Seafox in the region. It's actually pretty good as a introduction to this. And it means that you don't have to get Dominions Divided to read the whole thing. There's also a thing about the Capellan Confederation, but there shouldn't really be any Capellans in this region. But,
there's Capellans in every region.
Unfortunately, there's Capellans everywhere. Just
watch out for your local death commandos.
Everyone I don't like is a Capellan.
That is accurate. They don't have the rules for the Capellans or anything for the Capellans.
Homies hate Capellans.
Then you have a few of the big commands and what you need to join said command. The Dragonfly people, the Snake people, the Eye people. Oh, wait, no, that's Independence Weaponry. You're not really a Mercs. You're just going to be private security if you work for them. But it's really good to be private security for Independence Weaponry because then you get to buy your mechs at a discount. And it's a pretty decent list of mech. Fujin, Hatchetman, Tesson, Exhumer. Okay, that one's not that great. Marauder 9W, Gunslinger, Peacekeeper, Akuma, Atlas, and Marauder 2. Those are all great mech.
And I'm pretty sure that Hatchet Man is an actual Hatchet Man.
No, that is the Swordman. I'm pretty sure that's the Swordman.
It is the Swordman, but not the Swordman, which is another mech.
5K?
Yeah, that's the Swordman.
That is a C3 Swordman.
Yeah.
With the MRM 30, yes.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Sign me up.
Peacekeeper, yeah, you could start up with like a Peacekeeper, but at 2,385, it's much cheaper. Like much cheaper to get it.
And the best part, the BB is actually correct this time. We did it, Houston. We did it.
It's the great mech.
ELH is on there. I mean, most of the things is like if you want to join them, you have to be at certain scale, you have a certain reputation, then you have to do like a 3-month or 6-month training with Aerodynamic Light Horse or the Rough Riders or something like that.
That is something that they changed from Hinterlands, because previously you could have like no reputation and join up with like big mercenary commands and stuff, and they revised it for this one because it's like, okay, we're the Aerodynamic Light Horse and you're hoopty goops humperdinks, like you have no reputation. You're not joining us. Go away. You will not sully our reputation.
Well, remember the ELH in this is actually just being reformed.
Every big mercenary outfit seems to have just been reformed or were very damaged, and now they're trying to rebuild. All of them are like that right now.
Except Rough Riders.
No, Rough Riders are rebuilding after the Battle of Terra.
They're rebuilding, but they never got, they're not.
They lost all their command officers. They're now with idiot face as their commanders, so that doesn't help.
Everyone important died in the jihad.
And then
in this case, it's Battle of Terra, so at least it makes a little bit more sense.
And after the Battle of Terra, the Primarch of the Wolf's Dragoons wrote a book, a codex for the mercenaries, and now all the mercenary commands are scattering out into successor chapters.
No, that's
just the Kellhounds that do that, not the Wolf's Dragoon. The Wolf's Dragoon have to stick together.
Everyone else said I can't read. It's just the Kellhounds that can read.
Mercs Life.
Every unit.
Okay. So you got other sponsors: Victory Industries, Avatar, Blackout KU, Griffins, Orochi, and Wolverines. Basically, the problem is with going with a sponsor like that is that your list has to be those mechs. It can't be anything else than those mechs. So, you have the Blackhawk KU on there, and the Avatar. So you got two decent Omni-mechs. The Orochi, which is not bad. Wolverines, Kuritan Wolverines are okay. Griffin is...
Except for the 8K.
Isn't the Orochi a Kuritan? What if Longbow, but two Thunderbolt 20s?
It's not Thunderbolts. It's just fat missiles, right? Oh, no, it is the Thunderbolt one. I was mistaking the Naginata with it. Yeah, it's 2 Thunderbolt 20, 2 Streak 4, and an ER small laser.
I hope he hits with every shot, man, because once those bends run dry, you're a fat, slow Scout.
The Orochi 3K is a pair of silver bullet Gauss rifles.
Whoa!
And, 2 silver bullet Gauss rifle and 2 ER large. That's
interesting.
That's different.
Certainly,
it's a shotgun. Calling a shotgun a sniper is crazy work in 2026, but here we are.
You're gonna take down planes with that thing. That's what you're gonna do.
might even threshold a light dropship.
Yeah, I mean, Victory Industries, it's fine. I'll take it. StarCorp Industries of Crofton, the Gallant, the Thanatos, the Warhammer 9D, Inferno, and another nice.
I just got the Ironwind Metals mini for that thing. It is so cool. I love my Gypsy Danger.
Longbow, Stalker, and a bunch of tanks. I mean, I can work with that. There's two. Actually, the Gallant's also an Omni-Mech. So you got 2 good Omni-Mechs. The Stalker, which is always
is the Gallant an Omni-Mech?
Yeah. If I remember
really?
Right.
I thought it was a 75-ton 355.
Okay, no, it's a jump. I was mistaken. Once again, I was mistaken.
That longbow variant is the one with the 6 MML 9s.
Oh God.
For pleasant special ammos going everywhere.
Oh God, that's awesome.
Ammo in the legs, ammo in the torsos, ammo wherever they could shove it.
Well, you don't have a choice.
And this is what I get for playing as Starcore, you say?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so down.
You have to work for you're going to be working for the Fed Sons. And yeah, I mean, it's a good setup of things. Warhammer 9D is the Warhammer 9D. It has Warhammer 9D things to it. Then we have the
like
Iron
no
All
leg armor
profile
and
of
overheats if it even
Tybalt,
fires a single gun.
which is very sad because this was the home world of Banson's Raiders and Banson and his friends, and now it's just another world. It's kind of sad.
They've truly done nothing with that story arc from Dark Age.
No, they completely. Banson's completely been put to the side. He's forgotten now completely. And then you have it was the Bansons, then it went to the Republic, and then the Republic went to the Fed Sons, and then the Fed Son gifted the planet to the Anson's Rough Riders. That's how it goes. And you have a whole lot of nice anti-monarchist statements throughout the whole thing here. And it's not even in setting anti-monarchist stuff. They're basically saying that all nobles are incompetent, etc. That doesn't fit.
Is this something that's always been in Battletech, or are we just injecting modern writing, but they know that we're tired of hearing about anti-fascism, so they're pointing it more towards anti-monarchy because that's more palatable?
It's just the author's daddy issues.
Thank you, Armor. Because Battletech was for the longest time here, the nobles. I mean, there were incompetent ones, but there were far more competent ones.
Tanky, they did kind of finish the Banson's whole storyline. It took the company 13 years to go bankrupt.
Boo.
Dang.
The guy disappeared and nobody talked about it.
Yeah, and the company kept running for 13 years.
It was a 13-year Bitcoin pump and dump scheme, or a cryptocurrency pump and dump scheme. And it turns out everyone involved were ghost knights.
Yeah.
Scammers were scamming
nobody
scammers.
knew were ghost knights.
Scammers were scamming
So
scammers.
somehow they came back.
Raphael spending some Banson. I mean, I was for vengeance. I wanted Banson to start working with the Wolverines and Friends because that fitted. You know how much of an asshole he is. There's decent bits and bobs out of it. It's a good explanation of the city. If you're doing a role playing in any way, shape, or form, you're gonna have a good idea of what the city and planet kind of looks like for it. So it's pretty good for that.
Raphaelia, I don't even think they were ghost knights. I think they were just knights that got disavowed by the whole thing, and they were recruited so early that nobody knew they were actually knights.
Oops, all scams be real. Well, we have an example of that from a couple weeks ago, so let's not get into that too much. That Morgan Stanley employee thingy, that was another thing altogether. So Lauren Anson, the boss of the Anson's Rough Rider, doesn't quite know what he's doing. He's trying to recruit as many people as possible and potentially betray his Federated Sons, who's actually been backing him. Because of course, Lauren Anson, the guy that's in charge of the Anson's Rough Rider, has to be not super legit. You know, he has to be a little,
Someone's got to be a skee ball.
Let me guess. Let me guess, since I haven't read this yet. His EXO is perfect.
Of course she is.
Female girl boss.
Yes, Captain Gendios Baramba. She is perfect, and she bought a she bought a ranch to have horses on it, and she's super cool. And many have tried to bribe her, but it never works. And
girls get it done.
Girls get it done.
No, this is just this template that they use in all their fiction because it's the same shit going on in the novel that I'm reading.
Yeah, but it's because it's self-gratification. It is self-grat. The next one is also self-gratification because that's Baron Boutros Duval, who's in charge of the planet for the First Prince, like a backup to the Duke, who's the Anson's Rough Rider guy, with his husband, the Baron Consort.
We need to get you a stream deck so that every time something dumb like this comes up, we can cut into the boys, girls get it done clip, or we can cut into the Team America puppet throwing up clip, Nicolas Cage screaming clip.
Just turn
We gotta
to
up your stream game.
Oh, I gotta up my stream game. You are right. Well, right now the sound is not on the stream here, but everybody will recognize this video once I run it here. Everybody will recognize this video very quickly.
Say no more.
There we
Say
go.
no more. We all know.
We all know that video.
And if you don't know, bless your heart, you're not terminally online.
I don't know it.
You don't know that
It is that Ugandan newscaster, and he is interviewing a lesbian, and he asks, "Why are you gay? You are gay. Why are you gay? But you are gay."
But like it's like the Indian guy saying democracy is for the people, by the people, etc. But the people, they are retarded. That also works in so many places.
Oh.
We just need memory TV clips. Ew, brother, ew.
But at least this one here, at least also pretty good, but he doesn't sound perfect. Then you've got Kagami Stephenson Munro, which is the countess, who was also almost perfect, obviously. Tall, severe woman, but she's got and then we've got Star Captain Mansa for the Sea Fox, who is a daydem. Read through the thing. They never mention he, she, or whatever. It's always they.
Omnigenitals.
Daddy chill.
Ms. or mix, however you pronounce that. That's in the new novel. MX, whatever, blah.
Oh boy, Raphaelia has a question for you, and you can only answer with yes or no. Thank you. That won't end well.
Oh, what's the question?
Yeah, it's gonna come. She's probably unfortunately writing it. Rudolph the Mechanic Stage Man, formerly of Banson's Raider. This guy being a scumbag works perfectly fine, though. I'm perfectly okay with a former Banson's Raider guy being a scumbag.
Makes sense.
This guy being a scumbag will make sense, but you can know for sure that he will never misgender someone, because you can be evil, but you're never gonna misgender someone. That would be so bad.
I may be a cutthroat scumbag, and I'll stab you in the back just as soon as I'll shoot you in the back with my autocannon 20, but I would never, ever not respect someone's pronouns, because I'm an asshole, not a bigot.
Your questions there. Thank you.
Do your parents know you're gay?
Wow.
Let me snap my fingers. Let me snap my fingers, thank you. Now you do not. Now you don't remember that you were gay.
But I was never gay.
There you go. We're being mean, but that's life. Living online.
Raphaelia, chill.
The others are more or less basic. Nothing super weird with the other ones. But once again, like the women are almost perfect and the men are all flawed in some ways. Oh yeah, there is Leonid Bourgoin. That's a very important character and definitely not a self-insert, because he got to start writing anti-Banson polemic for the Progressive Republic today, and is a feared leader for the pro-Republic anti-Davion bloc on Tybalt. And he's a member of the political debate team that rails against noble tyranny.
Hi, Brian Young.
And he really wants the Cappies to come into Davian space. Yes, totally doing it for the Cappy revolution. Only Cappy he's ever seen was a capybara, though.
Like, come on, like guys, like if you're gonna write like self inserts, like try to be a little.
Hey, he didn't use coiffed.
Didn't use coiffed. Okay, there. Well, it's not Brian that wrote that one, I guess. And he's also the only character. No, there's two characters with pictures. There's Im and Lauren Anson. So the journalist and Lauren Anson are the only two characters with like pictures of them. Everybody else is just named.
Well, we need to know what the journalist looks like so we can snatch him up and give him a mega swirly.
If that's what you're going to give him, I might be a little bit more rough with him. Like just whenever I see him, say, "He's a journalist," something along those lines.
Remember when the House Lords had MI6 and CIA agencies that would just get rid of these kind of good characters? Peacock again. Yeah.
Then you've got your Iring All rules, which are more important. That's actually the more important bit here because you're going to be using that to play the game, depending on the situation, etc. So the Balt is pretty good at fixing your mech. You're gonna get a bit of a discount on it, etc. So that's pretty good. Then you've got special rules for when you hire someone there. So you've got like 2 special pilots that you can end up hiring just because you need to hire them. So one with a Nova Cat T because that's funny, and one with a Lament. I mean, Nova Cat T is a thing to have.
I think that's the Ill Clan WYSIWYG variant to match the Prime model they put out. And it's just 2 ERPPCs, 3 large pulse lasers, and like 1 or 2 coolant pods. It's nothing too gross.
It's not gross, but it's good. It is. And then you have the dropship from Airbrain Scheme.
Battletech.
Yeah, you've got a dropship from Airbrain Scheme, which is a Manatee class that you can customize yourself.
Manatee? Wait a minute. Ain't that just like it can only carry a lance at best?
Yeah, but you customize it and you upgrade it and you modify it. Because
how about it carries no lance and I just put like 6 Arrow 4 launchers on it and an AR-10 and call it a day?
I mean, it's too small for what you're saying. It's 1,900.
I'm playing a completely different game.
Yeah. So it's like the same weight as the Leopard, but it's a steroid dropship and doesn't have the aerospace base.
Wait, the only ones actually with manatees is the damn Scorpions. Those things.
Look, man, it's an ancient cargo carrier that yet you're refitting yourself by spending points to buy mech bays and med bays and simulator pods and weapon bays. Okay, it's the Airbrain Scheme dropship. It shouldn't be this particular thing should be a named dropship. This should be just, here's how you customize a dropship. Here are the rules for dropship customization if you want to play like an Airbrain Scheme. Have fun.
You know, it's almost like maybe it should have just been a Leopard, a Union, and an Overlord, considering you can go to CGL right now and buy a miniature for a Leopard, a Union, and an Overlord. Well, I think the Leopard's coming soon, TM, but trademarked, but you can get an Overlord and a Union. So, like, you can't get a Manatee. Why?
The Manatee is really weird. Raphelia's saying it here because she was looking at ships for a while. I mean, it's got 4 mech bays, but they're all separate. So
this is the actual worst ship they could have picked out of anything. A freaking blockade runner would have made more sense than this thing. No, why the Manatee?
It should have been not the Mammoth. No, the Mammoth. Yeah. Should have been a Mammoth. Like, have fun. Here, you have a 52,000-ton ship. Have fun customizing it, kids.
We're going to bring along our navy with it.
Yes, we're gonna make a bay just for my carrier.
If I'm playing as the clans, I want a goddamn outpost. But if I'm playing as the Inner Sphere, I want a goddamn Pentagon. Yes, it's an interceptor dropship. I don't care. I'll bring it to the planet with my 6 Gauss rifles in the nose.
He wanted a ship to do the airbrain scheme thing with it. And there we go.
An intruder would have made more sense. And it's still bigger.
What I'm saying here, take these rules and put them on any dropship you want. It'll make more sense.
Pretty much.
And I mean, every player will want their customizable manatee dropship. You can't have it as a named ship because everybody's going to want one.
This is where the campaign is going to fall apart. It's not because of the bookkeeping or anything. It's because the players can't agree on what dropship to get from the used dropship mart.
Model 96.
June 27 for the
Leopard. A Model 96, yes.
And there we have Crab's favorite. We have Crab's favorite bit of the book: the evil lizards eating up a battle mech. I mean, that Shadowhawk preserves it anyway, so it's fine. But there's one thing I don't like about it. You know what I don't like about those lizards eating the mech, even though it's pretty cool and there's rules for it in there?
What's that?
They should have used abomination rules for those things. We should have a card or something for the man-eating, mech-eating lizards. And use them as actual infantry or actual battle armor or whatever you want them to be.
Hey, ATN, you want to know a little secret? You want to know a secret?
What?
The abomination rules are just rules for infantry, battle armor, and proto-mechs.
Yeah, but exactly. Just give me a card for those evil lizard things. And give them a frenzy attack or a leg attack or a swarm attack when they hit a mech. There you go.
I think if I remember, as I was looking at them late last night, they basically just hit like an SRM2. It's just like a couple of 2-point damage.
I mean, they could have done a lot better with it.
Definitely stealing that for my hunters and my Hammond and Hunters thing. Little H&H dressing.
I mean, I'm okay with the idea, but they could have done some, integration.
Yes, a fortress.
Some integration of the different rules. Dude, like make things work together and people be like, oh, well, those lizards are pretty cool. Oh, there's all sorts of abomination in the other thing. And maybe we could use that in other things than just the shitty ass Gothic. Oh, that's interesting. You know
I believe I saw Gothic for $74.99 on Amazon a while back, a couple of weeks ago.
I'm not putting any money down for that. I'm not.
They're so close.
Then you've got the different hotspots, which are, this bit is really nice because you do have a full planet, like regional summary. And you've got a nice like explanation of each world on it. It's actually quite good because it's going to, in a few months, this is going to be taken and put on Sarna, and it's going to improve all of those planetary sectors. So that's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
A fortress dropship. Fortresses are not supposed to be easy to get, especially not for mercs. Okay, so at least there's that.
Hell, run a Confederate. Evidently, the clanners still use it. That gives you one extra space for another mech.
Which you're going to need because you're going to bring 3, 6, 9 mechs. So when you have a 6 mech unit, where are you what are you bringing them with? Well,
hello, Comstar.
Yeah, you're going to be buying some Comstar dropships there. Then you have the objective raids. You have the actual tracks, like how many number of tracks, 5. So it's like a 5 mission kind of thing. So you've got no track, meeting engagement, Tybalt as attacker. And it basically tells you like how you're going to play this particular scenario with like what mission is going to happen every turn.
You could also do society dropships.
Those would be a little bit rarer.
I have it. You know what they should have done? It should have been an Aurora. That way you could properly justify how you swap up that dropship.
This is
Aurora's
true.
made for that. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's
Aurora
even smaller.
Somebody actually mentioned that in
It
chat.
is literally the Omni-Mech of dropships. They should have did it with an Aurora.
Raphaelia said that like 10 minutes ago.
I am not paying attention to the chat. I apologize.
It's okay. It is, but yeah.
I'm the only one who does. Don't feel bad.
No Comstar or Wobies ever again, quote Lord Randy. That's what Seafox are now. They just swapped Comstar for Seafox. So yeah, Aurora's probably
the original
I saw
Redditor.
it, Raphaelia.
Seafox is the original Redditors. So yeah.
So command complication table, that is also fun because every single pat or every single like contract has that complication table, and it just switches up the mission a little bit. There's often enough a weird thing with an extra mech showing up that I don't really like, but it just shows up and does things. In this case, it's a spider piloted by a Republican pilot, and it fights for like everyone. And if you shoot at it, it's going to shoot back at you. If you don't shoot it, it's going to swap between shooting you and the other guy.
So it's like the mysterious stranger from
Warhammer.
Fallout, but worse.
Because it's a spider.
I was gonna say Age of Sigmar, Armies of Renown.
But no, the other things are cool. Like there's one which is a bunch of mines, destroyed habitations, 6x turn into rubble terrain. Okay, fine. Partisans on both sides. This is a little bit different. It's like free units for both sides. Like the defenders get a bunch of free units, the other guy get a bunch of free units. Okay, well, sure. And it's the same thing on both sides. Like mechanized infantry, Fox armored car, or vedettes. So nothing, fancy.
I can't explain that for you, Argyle. Raphaelia is shadow banned on YouTube. Oops, I just killed all the conversation.
I have no idea. I am not. I don't know. Each planet also has a battle mech recovery table, basically the stuff you can buy once your mechs are broken in that region. And sometimes it's good, and this time is, well, you can get a Koshi standard. Let's go with that. You can get a Koshi standard. I mean,
I'd rather be dispossessed.
I'll take a Koshi standard, sell it for beer. There we go.
I'll take the vedettes, thank you.
I mean, we'll take the.
Just give me an infantry rifle. I'll be good.
Like when a Fox armored car is just like 200 BV under what you are, there might be an issue. Alta Vista, another fun one. That's the one with a lot of underwater stuff. So, I mean, if you have underwater maps, you could play underwater missions on there, but I don't think it's going to happen.
There was one, I think it was technically you could run it as underwater in the Alien Worlds map pack.
I mean, you could technically run most of them, but do you really want to fight underwater?
Done it, it sucks. Prepare
there you go.
I mean, just movement alone. I've thought about it last night. Just movement, the movement penalties for moving underwater alone is enough to be like, yeah, no, how about we don't do this like ever?
No, everybody takes U configuration Omnimex and Aqua Gladiuses.
Or as Master and I have found out, it's very funny when you're the one with the submarine.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, if you're the one with the submarine, it's fun. Yes. So on this planet, you can get Cadavers, Stinger 2Cs, Patents, Pose, and Oros. I'll take the Oros. Oros are good.
Take the entire stock.
It's fun. Like I said, the command complications are fun because it's going to modify how the games are gonna go for the various players. So that's a good little option on there to have that added there. I'm quite okay with that. That's harsh climate, etc. I mean, also all the planets around here have actual population. It's not like bumfuck nowhere. Like 810 million, that's a lot of people. Okay, that is a lot of people.
You mean like the planet that they made into the hiring hall that only had like 50,000 people?
Yeah. You can work for Metal of the Earth and go and steal stuff in the name of Felix Curita Wilson because he wants to get medals.
But I think in the later section of Hinterlands, the book, suddenly the population of the planet's like 15 times what 50,000.
And Dahar's the place where you go to get your industrial mods. All the mods are there for you to buy and use, including the Florian or the Heavy Lifter and the Carbine and the Dig Lords. So all those guys with all those things sitting around there, from their Dark Age days are going to be like, hell yeah, I'm going to take my ground pounders and my burrowers out, and we're going to have a party with that. How many flatback truck and infantry can I get for a Koshi standard? Quite a few. And I mean, the flatbed trucks are probably more useful. LeBlanc's one of the two like starter places that they say that you should start at. Another fun kind of thing, a few different complications pretty much all over the place. Lucerne is the one with the evil lizards. And okay, it's really stupid to say, but on page 91, where there's the lizards, the Biogen raid, you see that the letters are moved a little bit because the lizard's walking on them. And game setup, the game is all pushed down because the lizard's walking on it.
Gotta make room for the lizards.
For a Peritext guy like me, this is awesome. Like, I love these kinds of things in books and in comics and things like that. When they do weird stuff like that, I love it because it's silly and it works really nicely.
Someone had at least a little fun on this section.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I would have liked a card for the lizards as an actual unit, but you know, it's already cool that they brought this up. And it's 1d3 voracious reptile swarms. And you can damage various buildings and more come out. So be careful, guys. It's when you're fighting on this planet, do not shoot at buildings or lizards are going to come out and they're going to start eating your mech.
Or one of them is it actually starts raining.
Yes.
Heavy raining. It's like, congratulations, +1 to all your shooting now.
And your piloting skill. That is not good. That is very not good. One of the rare situations where the Charger C might have an issue because of its ardent armor.
Wait.
I mean, it is pretty cool, this one here. The Penetrator for sale on this planet, potentially. This is a fun thing to look for because the Penetrator is good. And Hatchet Man at the right price as well. Here, there's something I don't like. Melker is a planet with a whole lot of cattle and everything. So they put a cattle master on there. But rather than make us an actual cattle master model or something like that, they took the cattle master image that dates from... Geez, it must date from a long time ago. Where does it date? 2006, and they just like kind of colored it and tweaked it. So rather than doing a cool new render for a mech, they gave us this thing. Okay, it's okay. I like the Cattle Master. That's why it's one of my mechs. I love the Cattle Master. I repurposed it to make an actual militia mech out of it.
You need cattle masters for moving livestock. That's just how the world is.
Well, mine have jet, a Wolverine's SRM-6 on the shoulder, machine guns, and medium lasers. You're going to be moving more than cattle with that.
I think the one I made had a bunch of tasers.
That's also hilarious. And it is one of the places...
You don't want to kill the dinosaurs. You just want to move them.
And it is one of the places where you're not working for the Combine. You're not working for any... You're working for Melker Food Corporation. You're basically working for McDonald's. You have to go there and get the cattle because they lost the cattle when they abandoned the planet. So you have to go back in and get our cows.
That's hilarious.
That is quite a mission. And on the other side, Appy Life Meal is their their Appy meals that they sell in the Draconis Combine. No. Okay, that's the batting of the bad guy, but the people you fighting against. Because Suriname Processing, which is the Draconis Combine company that's took over the planet, well, that's who you're trying to steal the cattle from.
McDonald's versus Burger King. Let's go.
No. What's Appy Panda or Panda Express? Is that Panda Express? McDonald versus Panda Express. The mission.
Fat Panda.
And this is fun because this is like a new mission. This is like a new mission. There's 4 cattle masters on the field. You got to defend the cattle master as they're moving the herd. If you're the attacker, you can blow up the cattle master so you can free the herd and all that stuff. So, and you've got rules for the actual cattle as well. So this is fun because it's a very different mission from what you would expect. If you're doing, rather than doing rock and sock and robot, you're doing cattle rustling, battle mech style.
Arcade Operations wish it could.
Ugh. No, you can't eat cow. The new novel is promoting 3D printed meat. Yes, I know. But no, this is a track I'd like to play. Just to play it because it's silly and funny and all sorts of different missions. And you've got all sorts of things showing up. So, I mean, this is fun. And this is also a place where you're going to be buying a whole lot of industrial mechs, including the Grommet, the militia mech that was in War of 3039. Like, they're actually digging true stuff in this particular book, which is quite impressive. New Varson's not thing super special. It's just like, this is like your most basic roll 3 times and you're gonna have like 3 missions. Have fun. This one is not super cool. A 16 Galadin regular Rokurokubi.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here. Can I select the picture? Because I know, I mean, it's the PDF, the way they make the PDF, like we can see the full mech, but it gets hidden by the table. I'd have to figure out how to make this disappear. I'd probably have to get like PDF Pro or something like that. Because some of those pictures I'd take just because it's a cool Rokurokubi.
Rokurokubi's rock.
Can buy a whole lot of mechs here as well. The Centurion Omni is available for sale potentially on this planet, which is very, very good because it's an Omni mech, but it's also a pretty decent mech overall. Pascagoula. This is the one that has a low population at below 1 million. So this place is probably not a very rich location, but you're going there to steal jewels. So weird things are going to happen. Volcanic eruption. Now that's a potential issue for when you're doing anything. All right. This I've already seen somewhere else as an art. I don't remember where. The Planet of Protection. So that's where you pay your protection money. That's the one with a whole lot of trains, but they don't have the combat train in any of the complication, unfortunately. They should have had the combat train. That would have been hilarious. Sun Prairie is nothing too special for this one either. When I read it, it's just roll to see what the missions are. I mean, those are not bad because you need those basic kind of thing. Tigris, which is 3 billion population. Now we're starting to talk about a real planet. So you have to do this one here is 2 missions. It's train the trainees, so nothing super special. But you have some Capellan mechs on the list to buy there. Cataphracts, Rooks, Cochets, Blades. A few weird things here.
The Blade is different.
The Blade is like a Legionnaire, but a little bit weird. Not great, but not bad either.
A lighter, lazier Legionnaire.
With the gun in the arm, so it's not as well protected. That's what I don't like about it, but it does allow it to have a wider range. So
hence lazier.
Sosa is where you buy all of your bug mechs, because they always have bug mechs available there, apparently. So buy a bunch of bug mechs.
Rebuild Insect Brigade.
Make order lances with just wasps, or make the what's the name of that lance that they use in the combine with
the horde formation.
The order lance.
Yeah, no, the ord lance with like a company that counts as a lance.
Oh yeah.
Acts of piracy. Then there's the game world. They reuse the cover for their essentials box because reason.
Gotta get the most out of our money.
Yeah, the game should be on now.
Game worlds. Nothing too special. That's just you guys are going to the game worlds and you're going to be doing a couple duels and things like that.
Second time seeing that Hatchet Man art right there.
Yep. Like I said, the art is not fantastic in there. It's perfectly functional, but I wish it was better. You've got the rules to run the actual duel. It's not the full Solaris rules, because that would be a book of its own, I think. Then you have your your gladiator generator to know how bad you're going to get in trouble, and if you end up fighting a legendary guy that's 0-1, you might have issues.
Oh God, I don't want to think about fighting 0-1 pilots for a long time.
But I mean, maybe you'd be able to ire him after. If you're doing the RPG thing, maybe you'd be able to ire him after. But if you're doing the regular play, you're in trouble. And it's edge abilities, which are not as good as SPAs. And then the final thing is Mallory's World, which is a more complex campaign. They give you a bit of a profile on the planet, and you basically have to fight to see if the Combine's going to keep the planet or the Fed Sons are going to take the planet. That's basically what this is. And it has the full thing here. You have to land and you have to take X's, basically. So a few of you out there kind of know how that kind of works. You choose where you land, and then you have to go and take some objectives to move things along. Each of those little X shapes has different effects, grant you more or less resources, move things along. Like holding a city gives you an additional 21 battlefield support points, but which may be spent on infantry BSP in each engagement. Okay. Manufacturing plants, which allows you to buy vehicles or emplacements, etc. So it's a game in a game. That's if you're that's supposed to be played at the end of the campaign. And I mean, that's the bit that's a little bit more complex. The map itself is very basic. I mean, this doesn't exist in real life, but it's a game. It's a game. We have to remember it's a game. Oh, Bearded Coyote saying that Tanky ate a lot of my 0-1 Islander. Yeah, well, 0-1 Islander is mean. You shouldn't be playing
I'll
that.
make it quick. We instead of our normal Sunday pickup game, we did the last stand of the Royal Blackwatch out of the Highlander Sourcebook. Guy put it on. Carl, great dude. Upgraded everything because in the original Sourcebook it's just the basic model mechs, but he upgraded everything with the Royals, and the Amarian forces had Star League refits and stuff. So you had commandos with streaks and Artemis 4. It was pretty cool. And it's two companies of RimWorld's Republic versus one company of Royal Blackwatch. I think the worst pilot on the Royal Blackwatch side is like a 1-3 or something, or a 2-3. And I mean, even with our group's reduce attacker movement modifiers numbers and stuff, it was a bloodbath. If we had played 2 more turns, a Gunslinger Atlas would have died. But we were losing so many mechs a turn, and it was like our best pilot on the Amarian side was a 3-4 like Clint.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was horrific. And I took away from that game that Ostrox and Ossols are interesting. It's weird that they don't have armor on their arms. Whatever. And a company of 0-1 and 2-3s will absolutely demolish 2 companies of 4-4, 4-5 incompetence.
There you go.
It was narratively accurate.
It was narratively accurate. We then get to the roll up your random stuff. If you want to create your own guides and your own things. So this bit is, once again, perfectly reasonable here. It's really for generating your own thing, which is nice that they added it. So that means that you can create your own hotspots and your own things in the future with what they give. There's a random basic complication table, which is also good. What map sheets to use, like everything there is for your self-generating things. We were talking about Ostrox and Ostsouls. Well, we've got one ear that's getting shot at, and a Banshee coming in the back saying, "I'ma get you, boy," something along those lines. The Star Slayer right here, but I mean that Banshee is clearly coming to get him. It's not going to be nice. That poor Ostsoul trying to pick up the Defiance container is going to get a swiggity. Yes, that's the best way to say it.
Swiggity,
Skibbity?
Skibbity
Ohio?
Yes.
Skibbity, Ohio, El Riz? Hey, I'm actually going to Cincinnati. If anyone needs an Ironwind Metals pickup, I'm thinking about being brazen and going over there real quick tomorrow.
Chat, send this man to Detroit.
No!
Then there's a section on how to play Alpha Strike, so we can skip that. There we go.
Do you have a mask with you, Tanky?
I do not, unfortunately, have a mask with me.
Oh, they haven't updated that on their site?
No.
You still need a mask if you're going to Ironwind's Battle. It's on their site.
It's on their site, but people have been going this whole time.
I know, it's a joke. It's a joke.
I don't know. Now you got me wondering. Like, I need to reach out.
As Tanky gets kicked out of Ironwind Metals.
Oh god, you can buy Arcadia dropships from the Ravens.
Of course you can.
Thanks, no Raven.
How are you going to carry all those protomechs? You got to have an Arcadia.
You just keep justifying what I'm going to play with the system.
You've got a section on how to manage it with Aces, which is very nice because Aces is a popular and it does like integrate things a little bit between the two systems, which is always nice. Then you've got those pilot cards that Raphili was talking about. I think those are from Aces, but I'm not 100% sure. But they tell you like how much XP have you spent on each of the tracks for your piloting, your gunnery, your edge, and all that stuff. So you've got like the little pilot cards. Those are nice if you're doing those narrative games because you have all the things on there.
Still should have an app that calculates it.
With an app, it would be even better. Yes, you're right. So they give a bunch of basic pilots that you can use as well. You've got your blank cards,
And some blanks.
which is perfectly fine. Got an Elios getting blown up.
Isn't that the reused cover of Destiny?
Maybe. I mean, is Direwolf's getting hurt a bit, but I mean, he's gonna kill that poor Elios. I feel bad for that Elios because Elioses are cool, but you know. Okay, so it's all new. So those cards are all new, and I do like those. If you're doing the little bit RPG stuff, this is pretty good. I kind of like that. And it removes, and those pilots don't have SPAs, they have edge abilities rather, which is, I think, more balanced than the original SPAs. Edge abilities,
it's it's a different, but pretty much the same.
It's different because you have to spend to use rather than
I meant the
active
or the picture.
Yeah, I just checked it. The
Destiny has a rifleman.
Oh, it's an ear. We've got a
It's the
blood
same
ass
picture.
that's getting blown up. Someone's gonna be sad. There's a blood ass getting blown up.
No.
Well, the guy in front is not doing much
blood
better though.
ass.
The guy in front is not doing much better though. So,
I mean, if you're blowing up a blood ass, if you're in range
It's a
to blow up
draw.
a blood ass,
It's a
the
draw.
blood ass is in range to blow you up.
yeah, I do
It's a
like the
draw.
edge abilities. Idea, it's better than SPAs, I think, and because you have to spend to use, it's much
That's
better,
not a
and
blood ass.
they're a little bit more balanced.
What's
Isn't that a blood ass?
What's the thing with 4? Looks like it's 2 PPCs.
Yes, it's a blood ass.
It's a blood
That
ass
is-
config. Pretty sure.
Oh, it's just looking from the lower end because it has missiles on the arms.
Yeah, it's one of those configs that nobody uses because it's not cool.
Weird.
There's the scanning range table that was in Interlands, but now it's nicely put at the back to tell you exactly like where it is. So this is probably going to be more or less standard in the upcoming rule book too. You have to expect that to be standard.
Based off of what Bearded Coyote and myself found when we attempted to use the missions playtest package, they are changing Edge to be abilities and stuff rather than a straight up, hey, reroll whatever dice you want type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it's implemented in there. It's basically a book built on the upcoming rule set, which is a good thing. You've got some purchase option tables at the end, including a Dasher 2. If you're really desperate, you can buy a Dasher 2.
On second thought, I take back my previous statement. I'll take the standard Koshi.
No,
the standard
I'll take the
Koshi. No,
Dasher
standard Koshi is better than the Dasher 2. It's a very sad statement to make, I know, but the Koshi
Actually,
2.
I'll take the Dasher 2 and then I'll just sell it and buy a Direwolf or something. It's certainly worth the C-bills.
Yeah, it's a 400 XL in that thing.
Take the engine out and put it into something useful.
Take the engine
it's a
out, put it in
double
the
XL.
charger. Is it a double XL in the Dasher 2?
That's why the Dasher 2 sucks so hard, is because it's a double XL on a 40-tonner with the firepower of like 6 micro pulse lasers or something like that.
No, it's a regular XL. It's a regular XL with, there's a variant with a double XL with a mask. But it has ER medium lasers rather than ER micros.
oh god, my brain just forgot
What
something.
am I smoking, Ben?
No, you're right. There is a version with a double XL, but it's going to have a whole lot more guns, but it's going to overheat like crazy, and you're not going to be able to move that fast. But I mean, the base model is 522 BV, and all the others are 1,500 up. Oh, there's one with a chain whip and triple strength Myomer and an XXL engine. That's probably the one.
Why?
Yeah, but that's probably the one from Dark Age that you remember.
We never had that.
You never had that? Jeez.
No, we never had a miniature with a chain whip. The two Dasher 2 miniature versions was one just had little hands, normal hands with little lasers on them, and then the other one, it looked like the first time we saw it, we were like, dang, this looks like the elite plasma rifle from Halo for hands. It was
has
weird.
an ERPPC and claws.
You had to be there. That's cool though.
I mean, it's the all other versions and the basic version of the Dasher 2 are cool. No, not really cool, but they exist. Okay. They are going to sell you a Royal Crab. Thank you, Sea Fox.
Yes, we will take the Royal Crab.
Coyote Prime.
I'll take that.
Sure.
That's choice.
Vulture Mark IV. That's also good.
Yes.
Mad Cat Mark IV Prime.
Sure.
All the money.
All the money. Just sign ear. Just sign ear. What does it say? Don't read. Just sign ear. All of your money for the rest of your life in this particular mech.
All 3 months of it.
Well, I mean, you might tough it out because Mad Cat Mark IV is tough. So there is that.
But it will also be the target on any battlefield.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah, you can buy elemental battle armors off of them as well. You know, the actual good battle armors. They don't sell any of the clan tanks, though. Come on, guys. I want to buy Harry's.
What about Mars?
That is mean. Then
Goku.
Or just a single point of Inyo strike tanks.
Then you have the scrapyard, which is like every time you show up.
Hey. They mentioned the Hitman.
They mentioned the Huron Warrior, man. The Huron Warrior's on the list.
This is like the hits of a 3055 Inner Spear TRO.
Like,
it'd be really cool if we had a plastic miniature for the Huron Warrior, but thanks, I guess.
I mean, yeah, the Huron Warrior is really cool. Is there any other really weird ones on there? The Cerberus is on there as well. You can have a Rakshasa or a Maelstrom. Falcon.
Your dog.
You know, there's all of these C3 slave mechs, but I don't see any C3 master mechs anywhere.
That's why you need to buy a partisan at the start of the campaign.
Just a partisan with the C3 master. What was the cheap? There was a cheap C3 command mech. I can't remember what it is now.
The Panther C3M?
Possibly, but no. There's another one that's like decently cheap. You take out like all the weapons on one side and you replace it with C3. I've done that. I've done a video on it recently, and I can't remember.
I mean, there's an Avatar. There's an Avatar C3M carrier, and you can get an Avatar. So I mean,
doesn't it have an MRM 40 as well? Because
it's ridiculous. It's got ridiculous self-defense weaponry.
Raphaelia, yes, they still make Mars bar. At least in Canada, we still can get Mars bar, but deep fried Mars bar, I've never tried. I know.
Well, you don't live in the U.S. People outside of the U.S. don't know about deep frying literally everything.
I had deep fried Oreos wrapped in bacon once, though. That was a different time. There was a bacon festival in town. They did that like 2 years and didn't really catch on or anything, but at the bacon festival, I got Oreos wrapped in bacon and they were deep fried. That was.
Prof, are you sure there wasn't a lot of complaints about it from certain?
No. It's just that it was too expensive. It was a festival kind of thing, so it was way too expensive, and nobody. It just didn't work.
I'm just making sure because that's been happening in the U.S.
No. That was 10 years ago. About. My middle kid was my youngest back then, and he was like 2 or 3 years old. So, yeah. I mean, it was like $3 for one of those Oreos wrapped in bacon. So, yeah, not a good idea.
Dude, that would be so sick. I would eat that.
Now, if it was a whole skewer of them for $3, that would be amazing.
Everyone died, said Raphaelia. Well, no, I'm still alive. I went there. They also had maple whiskey bacon.
Ooh, lordy.
That was worth the price. Okay, no, that was expensive, but it was worth the price. Is there a C3 master unit in the combine list there? I don't see one. More Fed Sun stuff. More Raven stuff.
So yeah, I guess you're gonna have to take an avatar.
I mean, is there a Black Hawk KU with a C3 master? Yeah, I mean, you can make one, worst case. Then you've got some random assignment tables, because you can. And it includes the Ares, because for some reason, someone's going to roll an 18 on the Republic on the Sphere table, and an Ares is going to show up on a mission. And everybody's going to panic.
Hey, that can also... There's the Poseidon too? That's not something that should show up.
You want to know the funniest thing? And is if you just roll for this year, you're doing the duels, and you roll like an Elite 01 pilot, and then you roll an Ares.
Kill it with head hits. That's the
Do you have to roll for each pilot, though?
True.
That would make it 4 years.
3 pilots.
The Coyote keeps showing up on things as well, but that's because it's in a box and they need to justify that it's there.
I thought the Snow Raven Star.
No, they're building it. They're building it again, but the Lupus is not there, and they're building it. That is again, you know.
What's crazy to me is the Coyote keeps showing up, but nothing else from the proliferation box is showing up.
I mean, out of that box, there's new gladiators, hammer hands.
Battle axe. I wish it was a battle axe
in there.
Yeah.
The battle axe is in there.
Axe. Yeah.
There's a new battle axe from the Jihad. There's no new Ymir,
which is weird.
I mean, all the others I think are not common enough in the modern
era. There's a fire bee, but I think it's
true.
Capellan and Canopus exclusive with the plasma.
Yes.
Proliferation boxes going
Icarus.
away. The Icarus, I think there's a new version of that, but it's not popular. Yeah, proliferation box. I'm expecting it to disappear, just like the Comstar boxes. You then have.
Well, they're supposed to be reprinting those.
We'll see. You also have a random unit sets for the different scales. If you're like a game master and you're bored and you need to roll some things, but a few of those units you're probably not going to have minis for, like the Anubis. You have to be lucky to have an Anubis mini floating around. But I mean,
you have to really like the Anubis and really like the Capellan list to have an Anubis mini.
A Garm, if you want another weird one.
What the fuck is a Garm?
You don't know the Garm.
A very ugly mech from 30.
Come on, man. You don't know what the Garm is? It's the Garm, man.
It's a weird name.
It's a wolf from
LB5X.
LB5X, 2 medium lasers. Oh, LB5X LRM10. Sorry. It's a Valkyrie. It's a Valkyrie that decided to put an LB5X in its chest.
It's like a baby Centurion.
It's 585, 10 single eat sinks, decent armor, a big autocannon, and an LRM10. There's upgrade kits for it that are more reasonable, let's say.
Somebody said something about 3060 TRO on Twitter, and they had to go through like 12 inner spear mechs before they could actually name a good one.
That's
Mention Dwangong.
Yeah,
most of the big
Dwangong is not very good.
Spoiled. I think we've just been spoiled by Planetech.
No, we've been spoiled by better books. The Helios is in 3060, and it's a good mech. There's a few. Okay, we'll do the review of the 3060 book.
You had to get over 50 tons to get to like a good mech.
The Dola is in the list if you're running Capellans, the Dwangong as well. The Yingwo Chong, this one here is on the list. Okay, I'm being mean there. That's an okay mech, but it doesn't print right when I try to print it. Mention is on there. Line older. The thing is, like, those lists of bad guys, those are great if you're running with salvage, and you can salvage a lot of those. A lot of those things, if you salvage them, you're going to be happy because they're not only different, but sometimes very good, including a TR5 Wraith. If you're managing to salvage a Wraith, you're always in business.
I saw another weird one.
Avalanche is on one of the lists. Wolf Trap, Cricket, Shadowhawk. Nothing
just
too
a gunslinger.
Weird. Yeah, the gunslinger keeps popping up. Yeah, the gunslingers keep popping up, but there's a mini for that, so it's not that bad. Valiant, that's another odd one.
Hey, at least they're getting some.
They're putting mechs that we don't always know on those lists, and it makes it pretty nice. Some of them are easy to proxy.
Last 3.
So, the Bishamon. Exhumer.
A Phoenix Hawk, was that an L?
As the Phoenix Hawk Light, the terrible one. Yeah. The Rattlesnake. Someone's mentioning the Rattlesnake.
I'll take one of those.
That's because it wasn't one of the shrapnel that it really got more things on, so that's pretty cool. Prey Seeker, the one that looks really weird.
What's the Rattlesnake? That's just a fat Federated Sons built
fat Jenner.
Right?
A fat Jenner.
I love it.
Yeah,
love it.
It's Bruce. It's Bruce when he lets himself go.
The other one's the one that looks like a guy riding a bike with ape hangers.
Yeah, the Prey Seeker looks weird as hell. There's a Hammerhands on the list.
Those are like the generic bad guys that you roll for fun. So, but those are all things that, like, you see those generic bad guys and
Suburban mech.
The Suburban mech is there. Yes, the Suburban mech is there. Like, this is a case of
with the Devastator.
Like, you roll one of those things and you want to capture like them to salvage to get for your own unit. The Fennec. That's an odd one as well. Elspawn, nothing too well. The Fennec's weird. Yeah, it's already there. Owler,
the Fennec is meant to be a light mech C3 Lancer company leader on a light mech platform, I believe.
Cadavers.
Yeah, that's the Ravens. They run a lot of those in the book. Conjurer, that's good. Not many on these, but you know, that's what it is. A royal Warhammer. So you want scale 2, roll a 5, so you can fight a royal Warhammer and capture it. So you have one of the better Warhammers in the list. Not as good as a 7A, but still pretty good.
Glass Spider.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes people like to have fun and not play with glass spiders.
No, it's just boring.
Like this does. Oh, sorry. Deimos, which is another odd one. And you got your record, your sheets, the contract of employment thing, which is just nice but silly.
The cards,
some battlefield support cards. So you could have had your lizards on there. Come on, guys, we want the lizards, including a card for the Tokugawa. But it's the Tokugawa MRM. It's not the fun one with two Arrow 4s.
But I thought the Pilum had the 2 Arrow 4s. Oh, hey, thank you, sir.
There's a few of them that have them. There's a few that have
you did the same. Thank you.
Raphelia's staring at you for some reason.
I know she's mad because I messed up when I did my video and I put Marauder or Warhammer 7A in the wrong spot. It's 100% my fault because I was filling things out. Might have less time now. They've changed my not schedule, my work a little bit. So I might have a bit less time to work on stuff, which is not a bad thing, but it doesn't matter. So overall, this is a decent to good book. Even I would almost put it to the great category. Like, this is a B product, a solid B, which is very good, not just for CGL, for a lot of RPG companies out there. This is a solid B tier book, which is very, very good. I've had very few RPG books that I've bought recently that would be above that here.
Yeah, that's the nice thing is maybe we can finally get through the crap they've put out for the 5 years, and maybe they might have caught on that they need to do something.
Yeah, honestly, here I want to see where they are going and where things are going to be moving. I mean, if the next hotspot book is similar to this or same kind of quality as this, fine, perfectly
Once
fine.
they fix the typos.
Yeah, they have to fix some typos and some Mac value issues, and maybe
make sure it's the right Mac.
Make sure it's the right Mac. And not have daddy a guy or a girl with daddy issues write the lore bits, but outside of that, it probably keep books.
Raphaelia is basically saying that Broken Clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, we will see here.
I gave them the Ilk Clan setup era, which was the 3 books plus all.
I mean, it's honestly, I have to see what the next book is. The next Hotspots book, probably more than anything else. If they give me another Brush War books like they did for the previous one, I mean, it's not a great book, but it was functional for what it was. So, I mean, keep at it. I don't have any issues if they keep producing books at that level. I'm fine with it. If they make books like Dominions Divided and for Ilkan's Eye only or whatever that's called, yeah, that's not going to go well. Lore-wise and book-wise, you're the one reading them, and we all know that they're terrible. There's no questions there, unfortunately.
It is, some would say, without question.
Without question, yeah. And 3D printed meat and daddy issues and daydems and mixes instead of misses, and yeah.
3D printed meat, omnigenitals. This is not the dystopian, noble, bright cyberpunk future I was promised.
Yeah, you can 3D print your meat, but don't 3D print your minis.
Well, I still have to finish these 2 books, and I'm struggling.
No, I understand that. I was wanting to read more this week, but what I'm messing with is learning to write better instead. So I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing.
I think what I've been posting is your best bet of learning of what not to do.
True enough. So I thank everybody for watching. We're going to be ending this with this statement.
Droids was a mistake.
Tomorrow we have an introduction to Heavy Mechs as a video. It's going to be very different from the just straight mech review here. And I've got a second part of this that'll come later, and I might do more videos like that at some point. I have to diversify.
Well, I have a question before we leave, actually. Mm-hmm. Tabletop question. Mm-hmm. Is it worth it to take all the 2 hit modifiers and stuff to make an aimed shot? Is it worth it? Is aimed shot and called shot worth it?
If the other guy's not moving, yes.
If you're set up for it. Like
if you got EI and a targeting computer, have fun.
Yeah, because you need, I believe for those, you can only fire 1 weapon. In a campaign we had, granted, the guy also had SPs that helped with that. He was using the Gauss Cyclops because only firing 1 shot, might as well make it a Gauss rifle.
Absolutely.
Because let's see, immobilized is a -4 anyways to hit, so if you know you're gonna hit.
Yeah. Argyle says, Matt Ammer says no. I say depends on the situation. If the guy's immobilized, have fun. I mean, it's time to do the aim shot when the guy's immobilized. If he's not immobilized, you're going to be rolling like 10s and 12s to hit. Probably not worth it, especially since you can only shoot 1 gun.
Yeah, unless you're a mech that's fallen down and has attempted to stand up doesn't count as being immobilized.
Still a 0 modifier to it, so you still have a decent chance of hitting, basically.
Yeah. Oh no, I've been thinking about it.
And it's math in the end. All right,
I got a situational probably.
Yeah, I gotta get going if I want to be able to sleep tonight, and unfortunately work tomorrow.
Call your moms, call your dads, be nice to your parents.
And everybody have a very nice